There are no more doubts. Your mindset creates your results. For over 50 years, Bob Proctor has been telling how he managed to transform his life far beyond his most ambitious dreams and showing others how to do the same. Bob Proctor is a great student of the mind and human potential. He conducts seminars attended by thousands of people, and the world's leading companies pay millions of dollars to have their managers follow his trainings. Bob Proctor started his career with no money, no high school, and no business experience. Today, he is a multi-millionaire. But above all, he is happy and satisfied because he has full control of his life. Every day he is free to do what he wants, which coincides with telling millions of people around the world how he managed to achieve these results. To find out how he arrived at these results, sit back and watch this video calmly. It is the best investment of your time that you can make if you want to improve the results you get. But before you start, smash that like button and subscribe to our channel. Are you ready? Your mindset builds your results. Here are the fundamental points that Bob Proctor illustrated in his seminars, with which anyone can transform his life. 95% of people are controlled by the results they get. If they have no money, they have thoughts of poverty. If they live in unpleasant circumstances, they have thoughts of scarcity and dissatisfaction. If you really want to win, you have to take your mind off the results you see right now and create the image of what you want. Understand where you are right now and define where you want to go. Your only two limitations are weak attention and lack of imagination. We often let our mind wander randomly instead of focusing on what we want. Imagination was given to you to allow you to create the life you want. You have the ability to create the circumstances you want, if you only learn to imagine and focus attention on them. Your results come from your behavior. Your behavior derives from your paradigms. What are the paradigms? Paradigm equals a mental program of your subconscious that has almost total control over your behavior. The paradigm is a belief that you have accepted as real, regardless of whether it is really real or not. For example, if you see yourself ugly, your subconscious has accepted the belief that it is ugly, and until you change it, you will continue to see yourself ugly, no matter how many people tell you that you are beautiful. To change your results, just change your paradigm. Hence, the mental image you have of yourself. It's so easy to win. It's amazing that there aren't many more people winning. Bob Proctor said the moment his life began to change was when, at the age of 26, he began reading the book Think and Enrich Yourself written by Napoleon Hill. Bob Proctor says he simply did what the book says. At a time in his life when he was in debt, he wrote on a piece of paper how much he wanted to earn, and every day he focused his attention on that amount, instead of his debts. In this way, the mental image he had of himself began to change, and in a short time, he opened his first business, a cleaning company for large companies, which led him to earn much more than the figure he had written on the piece of paper. Putting down the amounts he wanted to earn in writing allowed him to shift his focus from debt, that is, everything he thought about before, to earnings. Famous actor Jim Carrey did the same. When he was penniless, he self-made a check for $10 million and kept it in his wallet for years, watching it every day until he earned exactly that amount as compensation for the movie Dumb and Dumber. Decide what you want. What is the goal you want to achieve? Write it on a piece of paper. Always carry it with you and reread it every day. The teachings of Think and Grow Rich are still so current that in a 2017 film, which also featured Bob Proctor, was released about the 80 years of successes generated by this book. Discipline equals the ability to give you a command and follow it. That's when you tell yourself, this is what I'm going to do. Most people, on the other hand, say, I'll try to do it. To get the results you want, all you need is the discipline to read the goal you wrote on your piece of paper every day and act accordingly. When he started earning millions of dollars, Bob Proctor tried to figure out how he did it because he couldn't figure it out. In his mind, to earn a lot, it was necessary to have gone to university or have great experience in the business world, but he had neither. They teach you to think that success is related to how smart you are, but in reality, it is related to your thoughts, feelings, beliefs, and behaviors. The world is full of very intelligent people without a euro, and ignorant people with a lot of money. It took him 9 years to figure out how he went from being in debt to making millions of dollars. Here's what he discovered. He changed his paradigm. That is the evaluation he had of himself and what he is capable of doing. He replaced the mental image of himself he had before that is of a person in financial difficulty with a new mental image. He began to imagine that he was going to make a lot of money, having enormous faith that it would be exactly like that. If you change your paradigm, the change will be beautiful, and above all, it will be permanent. You will never go back to your previous situation. Do you want to change your life? Start waking up an hour earlier, and in that hour, build a new paradigm in your mind. Assume the new identity of the person you want to become. If other people tell you you can't do this, reject it. Those words express their limitation, not yours. Progress of all kinds is preceded by a crisis. The bigger the crisis, the greater the opportunity for progress. If you have a big problem, you have a big opportunity. It is the problems and monuments of confusion that make you stronger. Most people are controlled by their surroundings. On the other hand, when you take control of what is happening inside you, you begin to control what is around you. When you have money and free time, you can decide what you really want to do in your life. This is how life is to be lived. With money, you can have serenity, and the more serene you are, the more you can be of help to others. Most people don't follow their dreams. They follow what they think they are capable of. Eliminate your non-productive habits. Write down your negative/unproductive habits and then eliminate them from your life. Grab a pen and paint your dreams with words. You are a spiritual being. Your responsibility in life is to allow this spirit to express itself in its greatest way. Your body is the physical manifestation of your spirit. Your purpose in life is to grow into something phenomenal. The greatest mechanism for releasing energy is desire. If you have a great desire, you will always have the necessary energy. Thought is the most powerful creative force. The average individual goes through life on tiptoe, hoping to arrive safely until death. One of the biggest mistakes you make when building your dream is thinking you need to know how to achieve it. By activating your intellect, you activate thought, get an idea. By focusing on that idea, you change your vibration, which causes attraction, which increases the result you want. When you're not happy with your results you get, know that you can create better results. And it doesn't matter if you don't know how to do it. Don't worry about how to do it. Edison said, "Mind is the place where every opportunity originates." Graphic representation of the mind. It is divided into two parts, conscious mind and subconscious mind. Conscious mind, your thinking mind. You can choose whether to accept or reject information. School only works on this part of the mind. Subconscious mind, the emotional/intuitive mind. This part of the mind can only accept the information it receives. It does not have the ability to reject it. So, if she is given the belief that money is hard to make, she will take it for real without wondering if that is actually the case or not. Plus, he can't tell you something that's real from something you're just imagining. Anything you imprint repeatedly into your subconscious mind is fixed. This is how a paradigm is born. And that paradigm begins to control your behaviors and your life. It is not the subconscious mind that controls the results. Your results come from the subconscious mind and the paradigms it is accepted as true. To change your results, change your paradigms. Paradigms are a multitude of habits, and they are the habits of other people, which you have inherited. You can blame whoever you want for being the way you are, because you probably didn't create these paradigms. But know these three things. They gave you the best they had. They couldn't give you what they didn't have, and you are responsible for changing your habits. Nobody can do it for you. Every day, we are inundated with information from the outside, much of which is negative. This is because people don't buy good news, they buy bad news. If you are not aware, all of this negativity that you receive every day starts programming your mind. You cannot receive a thing until you believe you are ready to receive it. The mental state must be one of certainty and not just hope, that you will receive what you want. It doesn't take more effort to get great results than to get mediocre ones. You just have to believe that you will get them. If you reconsider a situation, your beliefs about that situation will change. If you got to watch the video up to here, congratulations! You are really motivated to understand how the mind works and how you can get better results. Let's continue. The 6 faculties of the mind. 1. Perception, how you see reality. 2. Memory. Your memory is perfect. 3. Imagination. Use it to build in your mind the image of the results you want. This is how everything is achieved. 4. Reason, the ability to think. 5. Intuition. One of the greatest gifts that has been given to you. Always listen to your intuition. 6. Will, the ability to focus, direct your energy. Every successful person has great willpower. Every successful person decides quickly and changes his decision very slowly. It took Napoleon Hill 29 seconds to say yes to Andrew Carnegie's proposal to write Think and Grow Yourself. Bob Proctor says he became a millionaire within 5 years of starting to read Napoleon Hill's book and apply what is written there. Goals are for your growth. You have to expand out of whatever you have already done. There are 3 types of goals. Type A objectives, what people do all the time. You already know how to do that, and therefore there is no growth, not a good goal. Type B objectives. It is a goal that people know they can achieve with a little effort. However, there is no growth. It's barely a good enough goal. Type C objectives. You have to pursue what you want. Fantastic about what you really want with no limits. You don't know how you will get it, but you know you will get it. Don't let failure stop you. If you keep moving forward, you have not failed. The company you work for today was once nothing more than an idea in someone's mind. Before you can turn a theory into a goal, you have to ask yourself, am I capable of doing that? If the answer is yes, that's when you turn a theory into a goal and imprint it in your subconscious mind. This is the creative process. You can't get out of a prison if you don't know you're in it. Most people live in chains. She does not get what she wants. She is not happy with the results she has, but the way she feels is aligned with her vibration. These people choose thoughts that are in harmony with the vibration they are in. They may not like the results they get, but they tolerate them because their position is comfortable. A paradigm can keep a person in prison even if there are no locks on the door. At any time, that person can get out of prison and walk freely, but he doesn't. It continues to achieve the same results, remaining in the prison of its paradigm. For example, baby elephants are tied with a string which they cannot break. Then, when they become huge pachyderms, they continue to be tied with that string, which they could break in an instant. By now, however, they are so conditioned to not being able to break that string that they don't even try. Many people live like this. When in your mind, among many similar ideas, let's call them X ideas aligned to your current paradigm, a different idea arrives, let's call it Y idea, which goes against your paradigm. Such as opening a company, moving to another nation, selling your house, etc. You meet the barrier of terror that blocks you and makes you stay where you already are, a place that you don't like, but that is comfortable. Your Y idea meets your pre-existing X conditioning, fruit of your paradigm. If what you want to do scares you and everyone else turns against you, you know you are on the right track. Start viewing. Create the world you want. Practice relaxing and visualizing yourself in possession of the goal you want. Some people around you will think that you are crazy because they cannot see what is in your mind. They cannot see your new vibration, which leads you to behave differently. Your 5 senses, sight, hearing, taste, touch, smell, are like the antennae of the conscious mind. You don't have to pay attention to these 5 senses. Instead, you have to use only your will and imagination, which work on the subconscious mind. For example, if your sense of sight tells you you haven't gotten what you want yet, ignore it. Just use your will and imagine having that thing as if it were already present in your life. Visualization keeps your mind in order and allows you to attract the results you want. Visualize yourself with the goal you want. In this way, you do not allow the outside to control you. Visualization puts things in their natural order and is the biggest secret of success because it attracts you an abundance of resources. You start noticing things you didn't notice before. Order and movement. When both work together, instead of being against each other, we have success, happiness, health, and wealth. That's your birthright. The intuitive, subconscious mind is your greatest gift, and the reasoning, conscious mind is a faithful servant. Yet we have created a society that rewards the servant and has forgotten the gift. When the paradigms remain in control, nothing changes, no matter how hard you try. For example, if you want to go to the gym to be fitter, but in your mind you keep seeing yourself fat, your paradigm is to be fat, you are unlikely to get good results. Before you go to the gym, change your paradigm and start seeing yourself as a person in great shape. By combining this new mental image with commitment to the gym, your results will be amazing. Law of vibration. In nature, everything moves. Nothing stands still. Everything moves at various levels of vibration. Every level of vibration is connected to the level immediately above or immediately below. There is no dividing line, so everything is connected. Water, steam, gas. It is always the same energy, Only when the vibration level changes, we call it by a different name. Each level of vibration is a frequency. Your thoughts determine your results. To better achieve results, elevate your thoughts to a higher frequency. A frequency is a level of vibration, and there is an infinite number of frequencies, each connected to the one immediately above or below. There is no separation between one or the other. We all operate at a certain frequency. The frequency at which you operate determines what you attract into your life. Each line corresponds to a level of vibration. You know how you managed to get something only after you got it. You know how you managed to do something only after you did it. You can't connect the dots forward just looking back. If you act confidently, everything will turn out perfectly. Don't be like many people who let their dream die just because they don't know how to make it happen. The simple fact that you can see it in your mind is all you need to know. If you can see it in your mind, you can see it in your hand. I never wonder if I will achieve my goals. I am sure that I will achieve my goals, even if at the moment I don't know how. Imagine yourself already there and believe you can do it. This new state of awareness changes your worldview and becomes your home. It is your laboratory. You will see that the world around you takes shape around the model you imagine. It is you who must rise to a higher thought frequency. No one can do it for you. After that, you will adjust to the ideas and feelings of that new frequency. When you move to a higher thought frequency, you are communicating with a world that is totally beyond your five senses. As you proceed, your circumstances change. You have to adapt to these changes before you can see the next step. There are 3 strategies for earning money. Strategy 1, bad strategy, is the one chosen by 96% of the population. It is when people trade their time for money. That is any job as an employee. It has an intrinsic problem, the saturation of available time. Furthermore, limiting yourself to only having one source of income is very risky. Strategy 2, good strategy, chosen by 3% of the population, investing money to earn more money. Put your money to good use and make it work for you. Strategy 3, excellent strategy, chosen by the 1% of the population who owns 95% of the money. Explode your earnings by leveraging relationships and building different sources of income. This way, you can turn your annual earnings into your monthly earnings. All you need to make your life better is the decision to change. I hope this video was helpful to you. Leave a comment. We want your opinion to improve our content.